Hi everyone, my name is Danny from Danny's Book Corner, and today I'm going to be bringing you the Ruler of Books tag, because it just seems like a cool tag. Even though I wasn't tagged by anybody, Jesse the Reader did this, and he wasn't tagged by anybody. And he was like, if you watch this video, I consider yourself tagged. So I consider myself tagged, and so I'm doing this video. This was created by Ariel Bissett, and I'll put the link to Ariel's channel and her original video down below. So let's get into this tag. The first question is, if you were the ruler of books, what book would you make everyone read? Now this is a hard question for me, because I'm thinking about this question, and I think of 3 books. But I think I've narrowed it down to 1 book, and that book is going to be The Book Thief by Markus Zusak, because I just feel like this is such an important book to read, and I actually was assigned to read it in school, even though I had read it before I had to read it in school, so I knew, of course, the story. But then going back and rereading it, I fell in love with the story even more than the first time, because I just read it on my own. I didn't know the historical context behind the story, so I feel like it's important that you know some World War II history of Germany and the people during World War II in Germany to really understand this and appreciate this book a little bit more. But it's just written in a different way, because it is told from the perspective of death, actually. So that's a little different than anything else I've ever read. It's really a bittersweet story, honestly, because of everything that's going on, and the main character actually is hiding a Jew in her basement, and of course we know how the Nazis were towards the Jews. This is such an important book. If you have not read this book, you really need to, because it's just such an eye-opening book. It's just really unique, and I feel like everyone really needs to read it, and I haven't really met anyone that hasn't really enjoyed this book in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not giving it 5 stars, but maybe thinking maybe it's like 3 stars, but I think this is 5 stars, because this is just fabulous. The second question, if you were the ruler of books, what would you abolish in book construction? There are many things that kind of annoy me in book construction, but I'm just gonna tell you one of them. One thing that annoys me in book construction is actually these deckled edges. They're not smooth, but they're like kind of perforated, and they're called deckled edges for that reason. And it annoys me, because I mean they look pretty, but when you're reading, it annoys me while I'm reading, because the pages aren't the same, and it's just annoying. Like if I just were to do this, it's not, I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know why. I just don't like it. Question 3. If you were the ruler of books, what author would you commission to write you any book? And this one's really hard for me, because there are a lot of authors I really like, but I have narrowed it down to 1 author, and that author is Rainbow Rowell, because if you know, Fangirl is probably one of my favorite books of all time, so I just really think that I need more books from her. Like, I like more contemporaries, because she is like the queen of writing cute and realistic contemporaries. Question 4. If you were the ruler of books, what book would you demote to the library basement to make room for new books? And there's a lot of books I could choose for this one, but I've narrowed it down to 1, and that book is... This is a heavy book. It's Afterworld by Scott Westerfeld, because I haven't finished this book. I just couldn't get through it. I maybe read like the first 100 pages-ish, maybe less than that. I don't remember. I just don't know. The premise of this book is that there is the contemporary story of a writer going through like the publishing industry with publishing her new book, and the other perspective is the main character in her book. Like, it's her actual book. So it's literally 2 books in one, but they don't intertwine or anything. They're just 2 completely different stories. So I don't think it really worked out that well. So maybe they would have been better off as 2 separate books, although they wouldn't have been this big. And also, this book is really heavy. Like, really heavy. I don't even know why. Question 5. If you were the ruler of books, what cover artist would you commission to make you a beautiful mural? And this one's kind of hard, because I was looking at a bunch of my books, and there's like 3 different people for the cover, and I'm like, why are there 3 different people? Which one do I give the credit to? Do I give it to all of them, or what? So I just chose one that has only 1 cover artist, which I really enjoy the cover, and that book is Every Day by David Levithan, and the cover artist is Adam Abernethy. I almost thought it was Abernathy, like Hamish Abernathy. This is just a beautiful cover. Like, look at this cover. Look at that cover. Like, look at all the clouds and the people just floating, and it's just really stunning. Like, I could imagine this on a huge mural. That would just be gorgeous. Question 6. If you were the ruler of books, what character's face would you want to put on a coin? Now this one was kind of difficult for me because I was thinking of like 3 different characters, but I have narrowed it down to one character. I have chosen Darrow from Red Rising by Pierce Brown because he's just such a strong character. Because he's only 17, but he is so smart. He has such a great military strategy. He's just someone you can look up to because you support this character all the way through this book and you want him to win. Because there's kind of a game kind of like the Hunger Games, but it's on Mars, so it's like the stakes are way higher. He's like such a leader. Like you just think of Darrow and you're like, that is a leader right there. I think Darrow would be a great person to put on a coin. And the last question, what book would you award the Ruler of Books prize of 2016 to? And for this one, I have chosen Girl Against the Universe by Paula Stokes. I bet you didn't see that coming. I just really love this book. If you haven't already caught up on that, I really love this book. I have a review of it up, and I have a bunch of stuff from Paula Stokes. Paula Stokes and I are like becoming friends. It's the greatest thing. Not only did I read this book in 2016, but it was also published in 2016. And this I can see as probably being one of my favorites, if not my favorite book that I have read this year. If there's something that surpasses it, we shall see, because the year is not over yet. So that was the Ruler of Books tag. I hope you all enjoyed. If you want to do this tag, I will leave the questions down below. So if you want to do this tag, you can do it. Consider yourself tagged. My social media links are down below as always, and I'll just see you guys all later. Bye!